All right. I'm calling this little nugget No Mixed Marriages. Now, to me, mixed marriages connote a hint of racism. Historically, it's been used to describe a union of different ethnicities, usually non-Anglos, casting a shadow over the white stuff. Good riddance to questionable language. The same applies to how progressive evangelicals describe persons who marry in light of a same-sex attraction. Mixed orientation marriage, and I quote, is the new realism, the way forward for Side B folk. Included in this is the Revoice, and Revoice founder and leader Nate Collins, who identifies as gay, a status he claims is unchanged by his marriage to Sarah, a non-same-sex struggler. There's an insistence here on biblical marriage, and in the same breath, a refusal to lay down gay selves. I disagree with this terminology for a few reasons. First, there's no such thing as a gay-oriented person intrinsically. Only persons who are trying to sort out a blend of desires and self-perceptions. The cultural embrace today of a gay self has opened Pandora's box, e.g., many opting for a queer identity or questioning his or her biological sex entirely, thus stalling at them or they. Given the trend towards fluidity, I recommend that we Christians assert our inheritance as persons deeply loved by God, who, whether we like it or not, are either male or female, sons or daughters, at varying stages of becoming mature men and women. Our bodies may well challenge our feelings, but they tell us the truth. We are designed for the other and can integrate that truth, both in self-acceptance and growing openness to the opposite sex. We can hope that any person sorting out same-sex attraction who marries deeply loves this person of the opposite sex. If that is true, then he or she needs to be loving enough to cast off old LGBTQ plus identifications. Why? He or she has chosen to wholly identify with another, body, soul, and spirit. The two are now one. Love compels us to shed unnecessary plastic jargon. How many marriages socially identify as mixed due to a spouse's past porn or adultery? None. If a person can't do without rainbow labels, he or she is not ready to marry, in my estimation. Saying I do to another means declaring I don't identify with a lesser self that may well frustrate my self-giving. One may say, well, I still gay identify to be real, to tell myself the truth of my same-sex attraction. I don't want to fall into unreality. Okay, be real, I advise. Admit your struggle, but don't define yourself as gay. That empowers same-sex attraction in my 44 years of pastoral experience. When one makes adjectival stuff a noun, he or she makes an unnecessary and unwise social pronouncement that emboldens the old self and its desires. On the other hand, the self united with Christ possesses authority to stand on solid truth. I am man. I am woman. I am son. I am daughter. I can speak honestly and helpfully about residual struggle. I work out my salvation in fear and trembling because I am united with another amazing human being in holy love. Jesus empowers my pledge and my defining reality, relationally speaking. To identify as mixed is also an insult to one's family. Annette chose not a gay man, but a pretty good guy who loved her undividedly, still does, after 43 years. She respects who I am and the decisions I made to forego gay identifications of various kinds, in sexual practice, in public identification, in questionable same-sex friendships. Further, my children respect the man who sired them as a Christian and whose integrity hinges on identifying solely as husband and father. It would cast shame on them for Dad to declare himself gay. They would face the fallout in peer relationships, not me. Same with our parents. Annette's folks knew of my background, as did mine, and encouraged us to marry based on clean living and honesty in my weakness, free from any gay identification. Language matters, and marriage is difficult. Why make it harder on all concerned by employing plastic constructs like gay or mixed orientation marriage that misconstrue one's holy intention to stay true, body, soul, and spirit, to the love of one's life? We have a responsibility for Christians to come. We help them by insisting on definitions that line up with Jesus' design and redemption. The language of revoice and side B confuses and disempowers. Mixed marriage, good riddance to bad words.